What's up, guys? Ozark Generalist here. Sorry about the video quality. We're out here hunting teal. Not having any luck. Haven't seen a teal all day. I've only heard one gunshot, and there's a bunch of people hunting around me. So I guess they left out here with this cold weather. But they were here a couple days ago and had them scouted for this spot. And pretty nice little spot. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I think they're doing something wrong, which is not landing in my decoys. So to hell with them. But anyways, I was gonna do a little MTV crib sort of deal here. There's the kitchen, bathroom. There's a closet, walk-in closet there, and then here you'll have the hallway, the living room area. This is a dining room. Oh, look out. And over here, it's actually not being used right now, but that's going to be the master bedroom. I'm just playing. These are spots for A-frames or Invisimans, and you can see it's been all beat down. People have been hunting in here quite a bit. Not many shells though, so that's either somebody picked them up or something. But anyways, pretty good little hide sites here. You can put 2, 3, 4 A-frames in here if you wanted to. Big panel blinds. But this is a pretty sweet setup for a solo public land walk-in type of deal. Anybody could do this if they were halfway motivated. A lot of people think that getting into duck hunting is extremely hard, like it's one of the most expensive things to do, and that's probably true, perhaps. But you can do it when you're broke, case in point. But yeah, out there's the spread. I don't know if you see it. Mojo and decoys. Lots of lily pads, so you can't really get any motion. But like I said, it's just a terribly slow day today. Just piss poor, just absolutely piss poor. It's teal season, so you see everything's still pretty freaking green. So I threw some green stuff on. About ankle deep, knee deep here. One thing I would like to note is I bring 2 stools. I bring a just a normal, like a dove stool type of thing, or whatever you want to call it, and then I bring a marsh stool too. So this is better for in the mud, and that's better for on flat surfaces. But I usually end up using one as a table if I can. So anyways, that's how I keep my gun stored. I don't have any fancy slots in the blind here. I'm not talking shit or nothing. I've hunted out of blinds on private land and all that too, but wish I was now with a big old heater and some direct TV, whatever, you know, because ducks ain't here. But anyways, it's a nice morning, drinking coffee and smoking a cigar and just having a pretty good morning. Saw a bunch of hawks and some crows. That's about it though. So anyways, back here's the workstation. I always keep this jet sled and all my equipment pretty close by. I like to hide it better sometimes, but for now, this is good enough. I just kind of lazily threw some grass over top of the burlap. Burlap I do like to keep with me, even though this jet sled is camoed. And let's see. I'm gonna try to flip this thing. I don't guess I can. Hang on. This is shitty as all hell anyways as far as video quality, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera around and I'll just edit this together. Probably make this one big long video or something. May try to film myself walking out. I don't have the GoPro, it's a piece of shit. So it's not gonna be any sort of good production, but we got our little teal call and we're out here in the marsh. We got up early as hell and walked through the mud and carried a bunch of crap, and here we are. But it took me a while to develop a good way to do this, and I'm not saying I got it perfect, but I got it pretty well down to a science. So I'm going to show you how I do it, and maybe give you some ideas on how to do your stuff and some things you might not have thought about, or maybe you have and you're just fully autistic like me and like to absorb every single piece of duck hunting knowledge you can. So I don't know if you can see, I like to go all out with the camo if I can. Ghillie suits, blinds. I got blind material with me, you know what I mean? And here it turns out there's actually a lot of cover, a lot of good cover to hide behind, back cover and stuff, trees. So it's a pretty good little area here, but I like to have stuff with me to hide behind. I got a kind of like some see-through mesh somewhere else too, somewhere in here. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera and kind of show you what all I've got here while it's out and in use, and then I'll also roll in a clip of like all this gear kind of squared away whenever I'm packing it back up, I guess. I should have done this all before I came out here into the swamp, but got out here and got bored, and I'm like, screw it, I'll keep doing this YouTube deal. Kind of petered out on it, honestly. It's not going well. Actually, I guess it's going well, but I had a lot of early success, and then it's really dwindled out. So screw it, though. There's not much else to do, especially at the moment, besides go home and get warm and watch TV and eat breakfast. But better stop talking about it, or that's where I'm gonna be. But all right, I got the camera flipped around here now. I'll keep this brief, like I said, just kind of lazily. You can do it less lazily, would probably be good. Just throw some brush or limb or whatever, break up the outline of this burlap, but it's fine. I've never had a problem with the burlap. I've covered kayaks and boats with it, and as long as it's just not directly beside you and kind of out of the way, which this one's not too much out of the way, as you can see, but it's fine. It's plenty of out of the way here. It looks like a log or whatever. So, but if you're nervous like me, throw some crap on top of it, break it up even more. So burlap is pretty much essential to have, and netting, different types of stuff to hide with. This is my decoy bag. I'm going with a slotted bag just to because it's teal. Don't have too many of them, but anyways, let's see here. Snacks and just general duck hunting crap in here, you know what I mean? Nothing crazy. It's not what the video is about, but this is where, you know, you come and get a snack or charge your phone or whatever. You know, got chargers in here. This is your little workstation out here in the marsh. And one thing I was gonna say is it's a lot, in my opinion, it's harder hunting in the marsh than it is in the timber, because in the timber you can use timber straps and hang all your gear on the trees and lean up against the trees, and hiding it in such a big deal. Trail mix fell down there. Yeah, snacks. I've been eating snacks. But anyways, 2 stools gives you more flexibility. The public land hunting deal, a lot of times you don't know exactly where you're going, especially if you're going to like a draw location. You don't know exactly where you're going. So you got to be prepared for anything. A lot of guys bring boats and have them filled up with everything they could ever possibly need, and then whatever they don't usually leave in the truck. So you don't get the luxury of always knowing exactly where you're going to go on public land. A lot of times somebody's hunting in your spot or real close to your spot, and you got to pivot and readjust. So anyways, I'm just going to take you on a little walk through the marsh here, talking about this whole solo public land hunting crap. And it's hard, but it's also not that hard, you know. Once you get your system put together, and you get a jet sled, it's not that hard. Without a jet sled or a sled of some kind, it's totally hard. Dragging decoys through crap like this, getting hung up on everything, and see all the lily pads out here, or lily pad-ish things. They grab on that, the anchors and all that, and just tons of drag, especially if you try to drag it with a kayak or whatever. So jet sled is going to be pretty much crucial, and it's good in fields and everything too. And when there's a long walk, like down a gravel road, I'll use a deer hauler to haul the jet sled, and through the woods sometimes. But jet sleds are really versatile, awesome machinery. This ain't a tactics video. You do whatever you want with your decoys. I'm not that good at this. You know what they say, those that can't do teach. So that's what I'm doing, because there's nothing going on out here today. If you recognize the spot, it sucks anyways, so whatever. But It's public land. It's really easy to access from the public road. I mean, it's just super easy to access. Good hard, well, mostly hard bottom. There's a lot of lily pads this time of year. But anyways, like I said, not a tactics video. I just got to be showing you something here. This is kind of how all the crap looks when it's out. 2 dozen decoys, a mojo. I get a little motion flippy thing on my, it's actually not a mojo, it's a lucky duck, on my lucky duck, but it's not doing a whole lot because of all this vegetation, and the water's oily. There's feathers all in the water and just mess and slop, and there was ducks everywhere a couple days ago, and now there's nothing. See the sun starting to peek up above the trees. It's prime time, and I'm not even really worried about missing anything, you know what I mean? So here's what my blind sight looks like from back here. This is about the least covered area. I thought that was a duck. It's not. You probably can't even see it. Woodpecker or something. But anyways, that's where I'm sitting. See my gun, maybe you can't. That's where I'm sitting back in there, and got a ghillie suit on, so that's a pretty good little deal. Got the sun at my back. I mean, this is just perfect. So I'm gonna finish this recording and drink me some coffee, and hopefully the ducks show up in the sun and the wind and cool weather. Hopefully they're just a little late, but hopefully some will stop by here in a minute. Here's another little hide spot. Put a Invisiman in there, just perfect size for an Invisiman almost. And or man could just sit there, but it's lost a lot of its leaves already, so I wanted to come over here with this good greenery. And it's hard to tell exactly where to hide when it's early in the morning, early in the season. Get it all down to a science later if you hunt the same spots consistently. This is one of the closest spots to the house. It's not like the best spot in the world, as evidenced by the lack of ducks. Hang on, let me switch this camera around. Just probably getting bored looking at nothing. Anyways, not the best spot in the world, as evidenced by the lack of dead ducks hanging here. But it's about perfect conditions in my opinion, exactly what I wanted in my head, minus no ducks. But whenever I get ready to walk out here, I will try my best to record how this looks coming in and out, and just a couple more little tips to go along with this crap, because pretty much I'm not getting into tactics because, like I said, I'm not very good at this, but pretty much the hardest part of this is getting all your gear together and getting to where the ducks are, and pretty much any duck hunter will tell you that. So I'm going to show you how a broke guy, a guy that's kind of just getting started, can do this on public land by himself on foot. A boat would be great. I'm gonna get one. I've had one in the past. Just don't have one currently. I do have a kayak, but we don't need it here because this is a true walk-in location. And a lot of walk-in spots you still need a kayak because there will be a deep spot you can't cross and get your dead ducks. Oh, and I don't have a dog, so a dog that'd be a different deal, right? Figure out how to get your dog out there if you got one, but I don't, so a lot of times I need a kayak to get ducks. But whatever, guys, just go out, have fun, or actually don't. If you don't, you know what I mean? Because this is a kind of a stupid pursuit. It sure is fun. I love it to death, but when you really boil it down, hauling hundreds of pounds of gear out into the marsh and the swamp, and running big old boats up and down the rivers and across the lakes, and just it's crazy what you go through for a little bitty duck breast. And that's not what it's about. It's about killing them. It's the sport. It's watching them do it dirty in the decoys. But if you look at it just as a per ounce meat price, this is absolutely ridiculous. But so if you don't do it, save yourself a lot of trouble, a lot of hassle, and don't do it. Leave it for us who enjoy it. It's already crowded enough. Not out here. I got it to myself. But this particular little hole. But generally everywhere you go, public land duck hunting, it's going to be full of people. It's going to be just pretty much a crapshoot if you get a spot, and it's really competitive. And the more ducks there are, the more competitive it is. So I got some tips on how to win the foot races and stuff like that, but that'll be a different day, because this ain't that. This is just a show up early sort of deal. So if you guys are getting anything from these videos, comment and let me know. Alright guys, I got all the decoys packed up and ready to go. These would close up. If it was a real serious walk, I'd probably close them up, but not going far at all. And bag in the middle, try to level out the weight. Up here is where all the dead ducks should be, or in this case I took my jacket off because this went from 41 to 71 out here. I got my shotgun still here loaded, and I walk around with this jet sled whenever I'm picking up decoys, because it's usually when the ducks like to fly. But I've noticed they don't do that much if you keep a shotgun loaded and handy. But on the way back, if I see anything that needs shot with a shotgun, I will have one ready to go right there. And got my lucky duck, obviously, spinner here, my shell bag, spinner wings, and the little splashy thing, blind bag. Oh, I got a marsh stool here under the decoys. I got some burlap and another seat, like a dove seat type of thing, turkey seat, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. It's pretty handy. It's its own whole little deal. It could be its own system. The little seat could, but anyways. This is kind of how it's rigged up originally, and then I've added this long piece of paracord here, which kind of helps a little bit. Got a loop on it for whenever I haul this behind my kayak. Do that sometimes, but this one's about walking it. So the rest of the video is just going to be me walking over here. You're going to see kind of what that looks like, and this is some nasty crap to walk through. But anyways, that's pretty much the end of the video. I'm gonna walk this way and talk to you guys a bit, and may even flip the camera around or something like that, and let you guys get a feel for how this looks. Wish I had a selfie stick or a GoPro or something, but anyways. Alright, here we are. We're walking out. As you can see, I don't have anything really over my shoulders. In my hands I have my phone right now, and then the other hand this rope, pulling my jet sled. So it's a lot better than throwing your bag and your gun and a stringer or two of decoys over your shoulders, for sure. This ain't a jet sled sales video or anything. It's just, this thing has really changed the game. I'm sure you could make a train of them, 2 or 3 of them, and use a team to kind of pack mule them through the swamp, pirogues and kayaks or whatever. I've also, what I did the other day was I threw this in my buddy's boat, and we drove to a levee in his boat and then pulled this thing down the levee to get to a little hole in the back of the lake. But I don't know if you can see much here, but it's kind of hard walking. Not real hard walking, actually. It's a rock bottom. It could be that sucking crappy mud. And one thing this jet sled is good for too, especially when you're picking up decoys, and sometimes you just hit a soft spot and you go down. This helps you catch your balance. I'm almost out of breath. You can see my trail back through there. But anyways, it's not really a flotation device, but it will help you float and take some weight off yourself and scoot across a little bitty hazardous areas at least. And it just helps having a floating platform. It really does. You could even keep a flotation device in this sapsucker. But anyways, down here, walking through the swamp. I took my jacket off so I didn't get super sweaty. This long leash, it's actually less of a pain in the butt to pull it with the short leash most of the time. But like up here, I don't know if you can see, there's a pretty good, not a good hill, but a little hill there you gotta climb up, and helps get it over shit like that, levees and beaver dams and such. Yeah. Anybody else walking around out in the swamp this morning? Sure there is. I don't know if most people would have fun with this or not, but I think it's kind of fun. I do wish I wore thicker socks so them waders are rubbing against me. That's one thing I was going to mention. Teal season, these synthetic shirts, that's good. I'm wearing basketball shorts underneath my waders, and I wish I had been wearing a set of full length, like Under Armour type pants. Not necessarily insulated warm ones, but just longer ones so that my skin wasn't in contact with the waders. Which I knew that, but do as I say, not as I do, I guess. Oh, nasty swamp water here. Anyways, if you like any of my content, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you want to see. Just a little duck hunting deal here. Yeah. Have a good one, guys. Happy teal season.